Hi everyone, I wanted to do something a little bit different today because lots of people ask for more in-depth reviews of certain things that I write about on the website or I put on Instagram, and so I thought that I would indulge and do it. So this is a little video, hopefully quite short, just going into more detail on a few products that people have requested. So we've got things like the Bourjois CC cream, we've got the Eve makeup range and a couple of other things. So hope that you enjoy, give this a big thumbs up if you like the idea, and let's get started with the first things. So I want to start off with the Eve makeup products, and this is a radiance boosting primary thing. This is a tinted moisturiser, and I also have the mineral foundation, which is in a pot like this. Now I've just applied this radiance boosting primer producty thing, and I have to say it does give a really nice glow. It's quite expensive and I'm not sure that it would replace other products of a similar ilk in my collection, but if you're after something nice and premium and you love Eve and you want to splurge, then it's perfectly decent. And it's also supposed to have long-term skin benefits, which obviously I can't try out because it's just impossible. I'd have to isolate this and not use any skincare, and it's really difficult. So as I said though, not completely blown away by it, and neither am I by the tinted moisturiser. I have this in shade Ivory 2. So the coverage is pretty good on that, I think, and it's just got this really beautiful luminous finish. But it's a little bit heavier than the normal tinted moisturisers that I would use, like for example the NARS tinted moisturiser, and so I feel that it kind of sits a little bit heavily on my skin. Perhaps that's just because I'm not used to that particular sensation out of choice. However, let's get on to my hero product, because this mineral foundation I think is just brilliant. Now I'm applying it using probably a really inappropriate brush. I'm using the Duo Fibre from Real Techniques. I find it works really well for me because I just swirl this onto my skin. See, it's in its little pot there. But hopefully you can see that this for a powder is so luminous, and I'm really just whispering this across the skin, yet it gives this amazing top coverage. And obviously you could use this on its own, just on bare skin, as your only source of coverage, and you could really build it up. But I actually have been using it as almost as a top finishing coat on top of CC cream or tinted moisturiser. I don't know whether you can see the difference that's made. I hope so on camera. I hope that comes out, because it really is like, woo! This really radiant finish. I think I'm using Ivory 2 there, same as tinted moisturiser, but it is just gorgeous. So that for me is a surprise find this year, because normally not, as I said, so into that texture. Next thing that people have been asking me a lot about is the Retoucher concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. I've featured this in a lot of videos, or a couple of videos recently, and people just wanted a little bit more clarification on what it was. It's not touche éclat. It is a coverage concealer, so if you're putting it on your dark circles you will get coverage rather than just reflecting light away. However, it is also really nicely light reflecting, so you don't get any kind of opaque or solid look to it, so you can really blend it in, and as well as covering things up, you just get this aura of light around the area. So maybe you can see that as I pat it in. Next, the opalescence powder from Clarins. Lots of people asking about this one because just wondering what the hell it actually does. What on earth is all that beeping? Yes, lots of people asking what it can actually do, and it's so pale. I mean, really, you can tell it's only just darker than my actual skin colour. And what I think that these are brilliant for, they bring them out every season pretty much from Clarins. It's brilliant just for adding just a bit of life to your skin. So before you put anything on, like bronzer or blusher, it almost just puts a bit of depth and texture back into the skin. So you've done your foundation, you've almost blanked everything out, if you know what I mean, And then this, you can just run it underneath the cheekbones and on the temples. And you kind of just get a little bit of interest back onto the skin, and I think it's really useful for that. Obviously you can build it up and build up more of a colour, and you can almost get it to a very pale bronzer, which you can probably see there. I mean, it is really, really pale. Next thing on the list, I just wanted to show you this Bourjois CC cream. Lots of you asking about that. It's called 123 Perfect, or Un, Deux, Trois Perfect, peut-être. And I think this is a really, really premium product. Feels a lot more expensive on the skin than it is. It's a brilliant, brilliant bargain buy. This is shade 31. And I know I'm putting this on over the top of something else, but I just want to show you that the coverage, I mean, you can really see the difference that it's made, hopefully. The coverage is brilliant on this, but it's got such a really light, unobtrusive texture. You know, you don't feel like you're really wearing anything at all. So I've been using this a lot. So very good high street buy, that one. And then my last thing is also a very good high street buy. These are, can't remember the name of them at all, the L'Oreal Colour Riche Extraordinary All Singing All Dancing Lipstick Gloss things. I should put the links to everything in the information box below. Are they L'Extraordinaire? I can't remember, but I love them. Looks like it's going to be a lipstick, but is in fact, ta-da, a glossy thing with this doe foot applicator. You know, these really nice ones that they have on all the good lip glosses. This tastes and smells exactly like, you know, those YSL lipsticks with they're like lip balms with really ornate packaging. Exactly like that. This is shade 601. It has the most gorgeous glossy shine, and it's got this really juicy texture to it. It's almost oily, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable or greasy. It just feels really expensive and luxe and gorgeous. And so I love these. I think they're a very, very good option if you want something that just gives this almost patent shine to your lips, but you don't want to spend a fortune. That is it. I should really do something with my eyes. Oh, on my nails I've got Leighton Denny Au Bonjour. It's not called Au Bonjour, I've been telling everyone that. Bon Voyage. Which I think is a really nice summery coral. I'm getting well into my summery stuff at the moment because we've had a weekend of sun. So I've got overexcited, I suppose, but actually now it looks like it's probably going to snow or something, so I should rein it in. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that little beauty review discussion thing. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and I'll do more of them, and also give me suggestions for the next one if you like, and I'll see you next time.